Hello, t-shirt. It's my I think, is this a Breath of the Wild one or just a generic Legend of Zelda one? Either way, it's very awesome. So yeah, I had to pop out and get some shopping after work. I just need to get some new jeans because ripped to the current pair. But I've kept the receipt, so I'm gonna sort it all out later on. But yeah, so I have new jeans, which is very awesome. I think I also mentioned to you that I was going to treat myself. And, well, here is the pendant, which is quite small now I'm looking on the camera. But I have matching earrings, which I'm not wearing because I need to re-pierce my ears and that gets messy. But here you go. It's actually quite bluey. It's Swarovski crystal. Obviously, there are two. So yeah, got the necklace, 18-inch with like 22 thingy. So yeah, look at that sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I like these. I really like these. So normally I don't. See, really pretty. Normally I don't tend to fuss with jewelry. Like I have jewelry. I've got quite a bit of jewelry. Like either from my vanished stuff that I got in my Harry Potter boxes, or just like pieces that have been bought for me, or the occasional piece I've gone out and bought for myself. So it's not like I'm not into jewelry, it's just because in my work I'm not, don't really have a reason to can't really wear it because it's health and safety and all that. I mean, yeah, technically in theory I could wear a necklace if I wore it under my t-shirt. I'm fussing with it because it's partly because I'm hot, and partly because it's not a loose chain. It's fixed. We can through there, it's not. So it's getting to sit sort of in the middle. It's fine. Once I ignore it, the feel it's there, it'll be fine. It's just yeah. So I don't normally go out seeking jewellery to buy, because I don't have much occasion to wear the stuff I do have. But we were sort of last few minutes of work, and basically my supervisor being like, "I want to let you go, but the boss is still around. So tell you what, just float around looking a bit busy." So I went into the shop and shout out to Warren James, who I got it from. And I was just sort of looking in the window, really, talking to the girl that was there, and she was like, "Oh, you're okay with this?" Nah, just killing time. And she was fair enough, like looking at sparklies. And then I saw this one in the window, like as a set, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's pretty." I was looking at all the other stuff and like, "Oh, that's sparkly, that's nice, that's shiny, that's an interesting design." But this one I kept coming back to, and I really sort of fell in love with it. And this is on Tuesday, and I was like, if it's still here on Tuesday, because Warren James, if you don't know them, constantly have sales. And I'll explain that in a minute. So this was in one of their clearance sales, but she said no, actually it's quite a new piece. And they did have it, they had quite a few of them. So why they have constant sales, and they do have some higher end, more expensive items, is because they only have room to display what they have. They don't have, you buy the boxes separate. It's not all the jewellery pieces are in boxes. They're in an envelope, which is why I've got the pouch, because I didn't need a velvet box for me. So yeah, they basically because they have holding, like, all the stock they have is what they have in the window, or the things in the drawers ready to be sold. So when you can put hundreds of pieces of jewellery in a filing cabinet without fancy boxes, you're going to save a lot of space, but it does mean everything on display, they've got no backstock. Which means if they want to keep their displays fresh, they've got to keep it on the move, and it makes a lot of sense. Now this set I paid £28 for. It originally retailed at £101. Now think about that. I bought that today on a whim. I would not have paid for £101 for it. Maybe somebody would have, but that'd be one somebody. But what if myself and then like 5 other people decide they want to buy it? That's math I can't do off the top of my head. Well, if it was 20 and 5 people bought it, then they made £100. Now I don't know if this is like at cost or what overall what it cost them to get the pieces in individually, but we haven't added on all the £8 yet. So there's your profit margin. And if you've got 5, 10, 15, 20 people buying pieces of jewellery that are 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 pounds, rather than pieces, you know, 1 or 2 people that will buy pieces of jewellery that are 100, 200, 100, 150, 200, 300, ultimately it's going to add up. So as a business strategy, it's fantastic. So that was my jewellery today. I'm showing off my fancy jewellery, and knowing my luck, it'll be a question about, hey, what's your favourite piece of jewellery? Because that happens sometimes. You notice that when I sort of go on a rant about something completely irrelevant before doing the actual question, the question seems to be somehow related to it anyway. Speaking of questions, it is okay, it is a favourite question, but not jewellery. What are your favourite toys or stuffed animals? Either from when you were younger or from more recently. Well, Tanapi, Forks. Have I shown you this is Pudgy. I bought him in a charity shop for about £4. I do have other you know what, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm pausing for a second, press the right button. I'm back with a screwdriver. So this one I can't show you yet because I need to change its batteries. So yeah, I do actually have, now obviously I don't have a lot of toys anymore, although I did buy some Legos somewhere recently. They're in the garage now. I did have a collection of Doctor Who action figures, which again I still have, but this, again, they're in the garage. Yeah, double A's. Yeah, double A's. Okay, so this is Nigel. He is from The Wild, like the actual Disney film The Wild. Which is an official Disney product. He was bought for me by my friend Ashley, who is a fellow Izzardite, and if you've seen The Wild, you'll know that this little fella is actually voiced by Eddie Izzard. So I love him for that. I love him because he was a present, and I've left him in there, but I actually have an It figurine, but I bought that for myself. He's not quite as soft and plushy. So I love Nigel. Nigel's my special bear. He's like, when I'm laying in bed, you can just sort of hold his hand like this, and it just fits in your hand like that. It's really cute. Really sweet. This is Flower. She has a brother who's a monkey called Casanova. And again, these fit just in your hand. So when if you're cuddling your big bear, or it just sort of sits in your hand, like, I don't know if it's an anxiety thing, but sometimes just having something small like this that I can hold in bed and squeeze is quite fun. Speaking of big bears, this is Carrot Cake. She is a leaving present. She was a leaving present from when I worked at the cafe in Tesco. She's got a scarf on. Yes, it's a she. Because I know most bears traditionally are guys, but for some reason Carrot Cake is she. She's named Carrot Cake for her colouring. How well this is showing up for you, but basically the cafe that I was working at had the best carrot cake I've ever tried, and usually at the end of the day if there's like one minky looking slice left over, we got to have it, so wasting it. And yeah, so she was a leaving present from my boss, and I named her after my favourite cake from that building, because she's almost exactly the same colour. Then we have this huge floppy fellow. Now, if you follow my Twitter, you would have seen me. I made a whole photo story with Nigel and Digby, where they've both gotten a bit. You're right there, Diggs. He's just having a sniff. Where they both needed a bath, so I put them in the washing machine. Did a whole photo story. You like that, do you, Diggs? Digby has some of the most personality of all of them, because he is, and I'm not even joking, he is mahoosive. Like, really mahoosive. Which is how he got his name. Because basically when himself brought him home for me, he said, oh, I've got this thing for you, it's a cuddly puppy. And I'm like, that's not a puppy, that's huge. there is a film, so I do own, bear with, this is where you need to keep your DVDs super organised, there it is, and, oh, now the real trick is getting this DVD down without knocking anything else off. Oh, there we go. There is a film, it's a very old school film, called Digby, biggest dog in the world. And it's about a dog, well it's a boy in this dog story, Jim Dale, Spike Milligan, and basically they create a solution that makes small things huge, and this thing becomes a beast. Well, there he is in a field. So when he said, oh, this is a puppy, I'm like, well, Digby, because Digby the biggest dog in the world. Think about it, if this is a puppy, if my Digby here is a puppy, then how big does the adult dog get? Probably not as big as our hero here, but pretty darn big. Now, the reason I'm not showing you my last one just yet, there we go, is because these batteries. Speaking of batteries, as I was saying, I don't have toys so much anymore. Except the kind that I don't want to talk about on my channel because, hey, I'm trying to keep this somewhat family friendly. But we do have Pavlov here. Well, those batteries are no good. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. What is the point of keeping batteries himself if they are no good? You have to bear with me. So yeah, I'll tell you the story of how I got Pavlov. Actually there's another Eddie Izzard related story. It was my birthday a few years ago. I had met up with a group of the other girls. There we go. For you know, from the Blather group site, Eddie's official website forum. And we had a day out in London, and one of the places we decided to visit was Hamleys. Now, if you've ever been to Hamleys, they've obviously got lots of floors, they've got lots of things on demonstration, and one of the things I had on demonstration was Pavlov, this giraffe, and so he goes, so he's on the table, he's walking up to me, and he's like, hello. Take me home. I'll be good to you. Yeah, so he's and he's probably my favourite. He doesn't get brought out a lot because there we go. Because he's quite noisy and he does use batteries up. How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? And he is adorable. So he's probably my favourite. Just because. So, yes, how is this Eddie related? Because Eddie does have a whole evil giraffe thing, and like, how does an evil giraffe walk? I just realised it's a spring head. Huh. You know, it has like, you don't have evil giraffes. I shall eat all the leaves on this tree, and then none of the other giraffes will have any. Mwah! And like, does the evil giraffe walk? So there was that, and then Pavlov is another sketch. He does like Pavlov's cat. You know, you don't have Pavlov's cat because it wouldn't work. So yeah, it was a combination of it being my birthday with a group of Eddie fans, with a cute giraffe, and the name just came from a different Eddie sketch. So the whole combination. So not only is he adorable, but he has a lot of really fun memories attached to it. So that's why young Pavlov here is my favourite. There we go. I'll do it so it's in full thing. So yeah, so I have lots of plushies and cuddlies that I like, and obviously I can't sleep with Pavlov because he's got a solid body and battery powered. So these are the ones I kind of cuddle up to the most. And then there's Digby here, who just sort of sleeps on the bed next to me and just sort of sleeps to the foot of my bed. I can't have dogs because of allergies. So he's probably become my fake fur baby. Does that make me a little bit sad? Quite possibly. But we've hit 15 minutes. So on that cute note, we'll say goodbye. So yes, thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this ramble. Digby says goodbye. Did you say goodbye? Alright, so thanks for watching. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!